Here's my cat, by the way, if you hear her purring. This is Rosie. Good morning, I'm Brianna, and welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about people-pleasing tendencies and how to stop people-pleasing and correctly set boundaries and really just set yourself up for a more successful life. What does people-pleasing look like? It's pretty much how it sounds. It's like basically doing things and sacrificing your own needs and comforts just to please others. Now, this can look like changing your schedule to fit another's, but more importantly, when you're really pushing your limits. So let's say a friend wants to go out to eat tomorrow and you're scheduling it, right? But you can't go tomorrow because you have a lot of assignments to do, right? And they're saying, I can only do tomorrow or else it won't happen for another month. People-pleasing would be sacrificing your needs to get your studying done. Like you have to do it tomorrow just to go to lunch with your friend because they're saying they can't do it for another month. That would be a people-pleasing tendency. Another people-pleasing tendency would to constantly be apologizing and doing whatever you can to make other people happy. The key of this is at the sacrifice of your own wants and needs, okay? And this isn't a healthy behavior. And as someone who is healing my people-pleasing tendencies, someone who experiences this, I can just say that it is a hard habit to quit. Okay, so this is how you're going to set boundaries, right? You are going to say no. It's as simple as that. You're going to say no. If you're not ready for that yet, you can say, well, I'm not comfortable with this, and then offer an alternative that is not sacrificing your needs. Say what you can do, and if that person isn't willing to make it work or make a compromise, then that's that. Setting boundaries is saying no and protecting what your needs are, protecting what you need, and not letting someone else step over that. That's what setting a boundary is. And people who have been people pleasers for a long time will probably notice that whenever you do eventually set a boundary, the one time you set a boundary, people will get mad at you. And you'll probably feel guilty for it because you can tell that they're like, what? Why are they doing this? Or they get mad at you. And that is, unfortunately, another natural human behavior, right? And we can't control what other people think. But based on my personal experience and experience of others that I've noticed, people will, when you start setting boundaries after being a people pleaser for a while, they're going to get mad sometimes. They're going to be unsettled by this. But it's okay, because once you continue to set these boundaries, these people are going to realize, oh, this is the new you. This is the new and improved Brianna. This is the new and improved Susan, you know? They're going to notice that this is what's new. And they're going to know that you have boundaries, and they're not going to try and test you, you know? People can realize those who have people-pleasing tendencies. And when you suddenly stop, this behavior is unsettling to them, and they could react. So just keep setting your boundaries, because boundaries are so important, honestly. Boundaries are important to everyone, to protecting your energy, protecting just like your state of mind, your mental health. And if you're afraid to set boundaries to anyone, a family member, a friend, a teacher, a grandparent, a parent, a sibling, if you're afraid to set a boundary, that means you've got some people-pleasing tendencies, because you shouldn't be afraid to set a boundary. You should never feel guilty for setting a boundary. Boundaries are healthy. There's just been so much research done on setting boundaries, and you should never, ever, ever feel ashamed, feel guilty for setting a boundary to protect your own energy. And some of you are probably thinking, but how do I know if this boundary is good? How do I know if this is the right boundary to set? that is up to you to figure out. But if you're setting a boundary that's protecting your mental health, if you don't want to talk about a certain topic with someone, that's okay. All boundaries are healthy, okay? And you have every right to set them. And just keep setting those boundaries. Keep doing it. People might get a little upset with you, but that's their prerogative. You do you, okay? And once you keep setting these boundaries, your people-pleasing tendencies are going to fade away. People-pleasing is okay only in a certain amount, all right? Only in a certain amount. And in every situation, it's appropriate to set a boundary. In every situation, okay? Boundaries come in all shapes and sizes. So just think about that. Think about, what do you need, right? Maybe you're watching this video and your boss is asking you to do something that isn't necessarily in your job description and you just don't feel comfortable with it, right? Or even if it is in your job description and you're just not feeling comfortable with it at all. Communicate to your boss or communicate to your manager, your HR professional, say, this is not okay with me. I don't feel comfortable with this. I know those of you who are watching are probably having a situation at some point in their life right now that could use this advice. So take my advice, set that boundary, and keep setting these boundaries, and this people-pleasing tendency will fade away. And you will blossom out. You will, what's that word? Cocoon? I don't think that's the right word. But you will, what's the word when the butterfly comes out of the cocoon? I can't think of it right now, but you will just flourish. You will just be glowing from the inside out. Setting boundaries. This is just like a way to love yourself and respect yourself more, and there's nothing more beautiful than that. Okay. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have an incredible day. Bye-bye.